cake. I want to eat that birthday cake. Jordan. Where's Tan and Dante? Tan's supposed to be up here. Sick.
Chamze haksam suya nime veser da tenjun kunse yingne hamer sharwana jenden kungi lotu pemo geze be shidi debun chimbu cho der peba kebasa rimi kendo yongla tsejin duzi gun tenjun dukde pegi rabdo genche ne nyewar jinze zamling namke genjikbu Kamgun chunze wangbo nedir jumbalek. Tarche sishi zugen sadin gedin yongzo gingada. Jigdin shidi debun kangjin tenru yongi gongya pungin sunda machiba. Hegi lana mebe uti. Jino konsa kamgun kundin chupshiba chimbu chola. Chang Amerike pimi jidin sokba jiyone. Chidar sundip shudun dar. Ponsa cho gongda gyeju tambar pebe ku tunga tang gombo kangi la kadin jedin shugyu tendin zegu to chibgyu kyanan zebar ning takba ne kadin lame duche. His Holiness the Dalai Lama has very kindly accepted North American Tibetan Association's prayer to grace this very special occasion with the honoring of His Holiness' 80th birthday and express our heartfelt gratitude for your love, kindness, and leadership. I would like to welcome the dignitaries from White House, U.S. Congress, New York City Commissioner Penny Abeywarden, Sejong Central Tibetan Administration, and Speaker of Tibetan Parliament in Exile, and also welcome to all of you who have come today to celebrate this blessed day. Thoma America ta Canada pe gegap chimbuchege gelu byu. We will begin this afternoon's gratitude ceremony with the singing of national anthem of United States of America, Canada, and Tibet. Now will everyone rise for the singing of the national anthems?
下去。往里
Yeah, I see.
下去过来，shut this good，就是，快就了，快就出去了，得去，come here，快就了。
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all thy sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
It's not a little more better. Yeah, when she only. Sorry.
도체나 참말로 슈덴자고
Oh yeah, we have to figure out their color now.
다리 진노 고스캠고 첨부초 공단 겨줄 패배 구겨된 길루야 믹스지가 자 아메리게 프리 지도 소반에 구티 쉬유 루셰디 직zam난게 뉴욕이야 슈덴자베 추사름치레 셰기 당다 아니 르야 zam난게 저가 수르바 겐텐지 노블라 나마니레 진짜 추사름치네 진노 고스캠고 첨부초라 셰지디 빌럼 슈규 뉴욕 서울 귤베 조다카네 베베 룹주 포모 니경압줄하네 꾸게된 기믹세 뚜루 러양다 제바 년주 시바타 첩직 망소 기차라 제다 카사레 남네 공부초라 퓨베 메바타 제 뚜루 퓨사베 지 수수 귤 쳬나르나스 제 슈야인 게든 로야 운주 나르나 The week and Tibetan language students will sing a special birthday song for His Holiness the Dalai Lama, followed by a birthday cake cutting. to chena. Samlo shuden jarona. Now, His Holiness birthday cake cutting will begin, and I want the public to sing along. Let's sing to his long life. We will sing happy birthday to you, everybody. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, His Holiness. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, His Holiness. Happy birthday to you. Thank you, all wonderful people. Do we feel blessed today? Yes. No bomena care sondale moso. Malaso. Ala. Shoshayishi. No menare sondale moso. 도체나, 행겨 수된다고. 삼대 장 아메리게 비미 지도 노브스렌라네 벽에 또 거수 숭셰난규. Welcome speech by North America Tibetan Parliament member Mr. Norbu Siringla.
랑자 그 카와 권진 용기 긴존 남게 매도 강라 패배 라게 개균 닝지 랑수초 랑수 직대 원주 동준도 의미 결기 넘버 러바 라지 세시 수기 직대 세대 대비 세대 개대 용조 경하다 감성취기 개보 교바다 등기 레드 최용의 면나 지진 전배 강원 로산 이시电子 교조 수순 원규 총반 매배대 배상부초 직대 긴도지다 개발 강례 정기 냠다베 두전 남라 투제베 예발 공대 34바 송반내 다자 시루 공장 개주 탐발 폐대 고이 상완 숨래 수대 국계기 세마 참여경 매셰베 토네 교방 용기 순남기 고결도 소시 शे신발 교미 직수기 가샤기 지로 이동 겸에 주시 로르 리볼 가디 전쟁기 로 교미 내규 개cap도 송지슈 여바탄 디로 베베마 지도 갑 정압에 저서 속도 구배 토두안 베미마 지도 렌조기 베미 지원 남대 용기 삽슈대 가디 전쟁기 저주 직 지묘기 땜배 슈주 다람창 아리쿠 내그 베미 용기 신도 녀배 까베 계산기 국갑 대신 담진기 가대 조숨당 가디 인장기 전제 슈지 제정기 차참무 참식 년주 슈주 투모 두제 나응을 박베 유주타 예배 결루 분줍소 주베르베 삼기 미카베 고네 타예베 두전남 내갑당 나도 당 타드 녜레기 람라 제베 제제 딱잡 훈줍기 출남니 셈주기 일라데 개조근드 주반의 송 dom즈르응믹 가르기 남르도 전바당 개조 나바 첨부 표준간대 포장배 취시 롱이기 접동 콜로 착생도 셰데 강종 첩시 두가르지기 딥셀워 기조타다 데바르소시 리메 게덴 르모체 다르신 개바제 락바르 개조 군진 주시바 첨보초 강이니 경왕 공매 림주 기 투규 멜람 두소 멤버 따라 교매 니 두기 긴도 지단 제자 또 랑기 경유 최대 간진신 년장 제배 두갑 대를 꾸담대 첨배 랑주 제시시 제제 점숨당 somsumso tumoda tumo mayembe shejene tada kembe tumba lana mebe ngeba dungi kanjen keba ki tsugi kentang ninge norbu tarbu yurul lakbar gyamar lalu pungzo pyu kanjen ki chongsu zenjul ki pyu ki nezu shakjik nyenja shenge kap su gombocho gongda chuchu le mepe yang lusan chepsi sergi kolo chakzen do shede zamling kinjo ki chida ki seju sosange mangzo lamluk sardu ki gongba de lecture ki jizo sarzu so chaklen dang chapjik yamar zenjul bar 쳔베 시베 탑게 tukji donglen ze yuanjiang jiana mabung ki besa zensong sungge rinbe dukzub jizub jesin do dongbe gyun ki zenjul do peko chung gange shabje su pyome tiso ge ladang xebar yagar pakbe yuldo shabsor ködel tome gongshi shin jilo jugdong ja dukju lor chusum chugyu dang xebe pyome ma jidu demgö dang jerim shin yudu nebab dang mangzo ki samlu chuze dang tunbe tune mangzo yangdagbe chosu jebar zeba dang mangzo ki samjar dushe dang je mao pyo ki jerim tembe yongda ze pödön dende dembe neluk zamlin nyamdel gezo su shugul ze de pymir jowa mi topdan dang randa rangju ki topdan göbe çocu rimjuk tubacung zenjul shungi jikzu malada jebe güjik dang bögi çöda rikshung gomshi jebe menyam yunzin dang bögi nüba jikjel che pümin nam ne ngeme to ko kador zhome göbe sane su shija ki tüngün sarjun zeba dang bögi nangden ki jenju ba nam ngara damzi wochu chikje ki pensun dagnar norbu yoge kyabadang ge 예지 출룩 현카 라양 자제 세기 삼바 주투바 중 마원 벽이 순자 마원 벽이 순자 벽민 나시 남라 벽 미리기 릭숑당 오보 말락베 토네 딩두 시윤 롭중 저탑 야가르 숑라 까멜 제든신 땡이 롭자카 림족기 이몽기 내래 상만 줘봐 마세 다자 벽민 시윤 릭네 주제 점리 긴주 된절도 그 두바 중요 배조 태래양 소래 당 총래 지조 태자 시기 대전 지망 림족 속 뒤, 벽이 레시 gamma 흉바 샵직 벽 투모 벽이 투모 마인배 라젤남 윤진 달페 제 최대체 통마르 면지칸 선주 장반내 단대 랑루 당 치루 유당 산내 산내기 레공당 제 면강 제 야타 결바 폐계 친대 벽미 잠도 마세 계제낭 펜롭 제시 중당 중심유 지로주도 국자 국주 고지 로르 전주도 내링 링 망주 남수당 튠배 제짐 댐배 거배 남도 설바라 제바당 첩직 지두 한족기 지두 장제 파르샤당 제 망수 남루 차라 차상라 양다배 초수 듄게기 내티 남도 제대 전주를 뷰미 직주 사대 사숙소제 학바르 베드 텐데 뇽도 세체 테메시베 탑람규 야나 미마치드인 개갑기 다데 내당 따르 실루 가지 미마 실리 가지 미마 남 쟁구 마인바 추숨 용소 랑시 랑용 처배 내뒤 고유 제기 의유 내당당 튠배 편승 인편당 고양建기 고내 직자 용답 소르송기 우메 남기 생초 시주라 그 가지 미마 잠도 말세 3月 야미리 당 잠리 용내 낙주 갑교로 숙지 토비 림치 그 철가 숨켜라 시골 구잡 속바 나지 림바다 야나도 벼가 시묘기 체 제묘기 구잡 속종 림바 동나 제주 유드 내갑게 공에 타다 캐도 세네 벼방 긴주 대답라 인생 두죽도 투전 제바당 학바라 뜬바 투지建기 송배 담배 최기 닝보 동이 닝지 송수 송도 죽배 남상 최지를 셀바 제바 제대 두 다도 제메시베 제답 바시 냠시기 벼드 나지 잠린 시대데 시대체 제메 제도 중배 시지 라보체 조나 제바 잠린 토 별당 시지 응원바特别 年着建给诺贝西的新大必须党天从新大党在内所给恰给的压榨多么标本但的西的罗本全部带来那么些呗前年给查过一两百4000部了龙达的卡公布刚给咱们的金州用了现在党随身几点公家公有这个国外高楼南端给 조와 미릭 용라 시디 용배 두개 라보체 셰당 셰신 요바당 쉐라 이지 요메 지다르 양 상주게 랍자 조와 미 지당 학바라 잠링게 쿠유 숭잡 학바라 잠링 쿠유 숭잡라 펜랍 덴바 대신 출룩 편준 참든 용답소 잠링 출룩게 우지 남랑 펜도 계지 구양기 조링 제대 편준 독바당 결과 유리 셀탑기 두개 기시당 믹셀 강기 제겐 숨기 틸레 야르기 추부신 펠게 조신유 대응 잠리 긴주기 망수 남수당 용수 튠시 비미 철부 대답 라 고시 제지 유두 응원유 내당당 가시 과교 경쟁 두마다 제 마원 은시기 미로 시결의 예배 루규 덴베 첩시기 공원 용소 표기 유미 망소 랑군의 요즘 제배 구지 남라 수절 주주 제대 표미 직수기 내법당 학바르 표미 대두 탑주기 梦西党毛王对lâm界沙甸所东南这把党说多呢。北港这边确党人兄切西米利这把让王党西的两年这个大概与内所用到所立建的这天将大将新约把决定呢，让这表面一怒笑，南亚萨达条线，接达没把西，因把许美国，大南将阿里区，表里极端错怪，呢将阿里区的表面用给差新多200，刚给电追等多，立建给这天将把鸡蛋，接达让这靠外这边电追等多，故送土给这天加起了。加没切把将被决定nam人有所降的，突击决定让那没切需求马塞，打动给我加出把多，旁边不是将把极限，这些突击让人对南洋多瓦没把接受送被将就接谁把看写，那就场面当接把记录你东加没就我打把准备切就上过坡。
토체 나치도 노브스레라 차 아메리게 피미 고섭 된지 우가사 케도라네 인게나 거수 숭셰 난규 Welcome speech by Representative of His Holiness the Dalai Lama to North America, Mr. Kedor Okasang.
Good afternoon and welcome everyone. The Office of Tibet recently had an essay contest to honor His Holiness the Dalai Lama on his 80th birthday. Tibetan youth residing in North America were asked to write on what does His Holiness the Dalai Lama mean to you? In his winning essay, Tashi from Amdo, Tibet, who fled to India to seek freedom and after finally fulfilling his dream of meeting His Holiness, wrote that His Holiness was neither the God that he had imagined with his family in Tibet, nor the demon the Chinese officials pushed him to believe. His Holiness was a spiritual teacher who taught him to love everyone equally, even the Chinese officials. To Tashi, His Holiness was a budding scientist, a deep philosopher and a thinker, a great scholar, a staunch peacemaker, and above all, just an amazing, simple human being. Most importantly, His Holiness was the source of Tashi's immense pride as a Tibetan. Tibetans are indeed blessed to have His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama as our beloved leader. His Holiness has steadfastly led the Tibetan people from the tender age of 16 and through the most challenging phase of our history. He has been a father, mother, teacher, and a great uniter, uniting all Tibetans into one people and one nation. He has provided us with modern education while keeping us anchored in our tradition and culture. He has not only revived Tibetan Buddhist culture in exile, but extended its influence exponentially and made it truly global. He has deeply ingrained the principles of democracy and nonviolence into the DNA of the Tibetan freedom movement and taught us to look at China and the Chinese government as a prospective peace partner rather than an eternal foe. Most of all, to Tibetans in Tibet, His Holiness is a source of inspiration and occupies a centrality in their lives as critical as a heart in the human body. The prospect of seeing His Holiness return to Tibet keeps their lives beating and their spirits high. No amount of Chinese repression, bribery, or indoctrination can undo this unbreakable bond between His Holiness the Dalai Lama and the Tibetan people. His Holiness, however, is more than the leader of 6 million Tibetans. He is a global leader, a peace icon, and a moral anchor of this world. He travels around the globe tirelessly promoting compassion, education of the heart, oneness of humanity, interfaith dialogue and harmony among different faiths, and preservation of Tibet's unique Buddhist culture and protection of its fragile environment. His Holiness transcends a singular religion or a group of people. He is, as he expresses time and time again, a simple human being, just like the rest of the 7 billion people, but he is an extraordinary simple human being. His Holiness bridges different faiths by revealing that all religions preach the same message of compassion, service, and love. He connects Buddhism and science by promoting the linkage of the inner world, the mind, and the outer world. He is helping reshape modern education by advocating for a curriculum that gives equal emphasis to education of the heart and fostering a more compassionate younger generation. He is bringing Tibetans and Chinese together by promoting reconciliation and a shared future of peaceful coexistence. Most importantly, His Holiness connects you and I to every other individual on this globe through his message of oneness of humanity. He stresses that each of us have a moral responsibility to participate in the solving of global issues, be it climate change, economic inequality, sectarian violence, or non-proliferation. His Holiness firmly believes that we can create a more peaceful world, not simply through prayers, but through action. Actions that you and I, as individuals, can take and inspire others towards a more peaceful, compassionate, and happy world. Happy birthday, Your Holiness, and thank you. This day-long program of gratitude organized by the North American Tibetan community expresses our profound gratitude for all that you have done and continue to do for Tibetans and the world. May Your Holiness live long, and may the aspirations of Tibetans in Tibet in seeing your return to home in Tibet be realized in this lifetime. And finally, may Your Holiness continue to be the light that shines in darkness and remain to dispel the miseries of the world.
Thank you, Kedola. To make this program more interesting for Your Holiness and our special guest, we have tried to mix the cultural program with the remarks. Chizi ge nimu chang Amerike puri jidun chokbe rikshu tabden gi dendu nane chiba chunga nane ang thangbu zibu tuen nanki Canada puri tunzo ki labde luptu chuwane konsucho la lushe bugyu. Thank you very much. Weekend Tibetan language students from Canadian Tibetan Association of Ontario. We all love you so much. Thank you. Next, I invite Dr. Sigyonlobsa Sengela to say a few words on the occasion. Pande Sigyonlobsa Sengechone Sungshe Nangyu.
라제 스시 주게 직대 시대 대배 사대기대 용족 인하다 감숨 최기게보 박수 직대 원주 미 넘버르바 베미 용기 권잡탕 라나메 우티 진호 콘스 잠근 탐지에 캠바
개조 군대 줍시버 침부초 고버탕 퇴기 레도 체네 면나 지즈윤 참배가와 로사이 셰 딘진 야소 스숨 원규 숨범매배 대배 상부초 강리 군다 개주패배 칠루 통과르기 두세 개발진기 니모 뇌네 시제 표미 용기 첩슈대 구장군도 당외 관내 점디 디지털 수교인 공부 강의 초기 회기 결합 루주 트 체년탄 체 군나 신도 타베 갑네 표미 추신이기 우티기 제게 다길 셴네 다발 거딘 깡탄 깡물라 거딘 제된 슈버드 첩지 닝타번네 두제 거딘 체 휴규인 공부 강의 초기 독재와 첨부 갈롭람드 재원남 가신 둡주의 다자 표미 고망 용내 외정알하 휴규의 담자 휴규탕 공부 강의 초 다자 표방 용기 공봉 담발 구제 깨결 땜배 솔데 nembu 휴규의 참에 캔세레 가샤급 줍시베 니동 줍시 군이 줍시베 전부 초라 거딘 제딩기 숭신이 슈두브레 슈고든디 가샤급 줍시바 니동 줍시 군이 줍시 셰치 줍시 숨 땜데 직버점도 마세 조셔셔 홍즈쇼게 제딘다 거디 전부 간디 이메디 미도 gemba 킹구어데 임베 이내야 미도 gemba 초기 인샤샤제 머슈베 토네 미도 셔버 초라 미랍 사브 초라 고도 배과의 신도 개침부 통체 가샤네 니동 줍시디 거디 제디 로숭지 슈바터 야베 독숨 쩨베 유럽레 아리 잠리치 요나 비mit소게 마고 당랑 링구 mambuchi peche mito shombala kentuba sotuba dela kasha ne ngakcho da tuji chi shuyi da nan shi thale lol de gedu hongzi cho kunglu geju bebe gedu sungzi shugo re anyejara 진도 tukbe 니서식 디 수규달 변당아비 체nga 기규 윤도캅라 슈가르 다람살알 게데 게브식 숭지 슈야기 고급 정수 개와 사무실아 정수 간세나 최규시다 윤주 변천기 라제 넘버 페바탕 아다난시 디디캅라 게루기 케르무체 켄수 넘버 망부지 폐체 공주초 구이 처줍 링알하 만다버치 중바탕 아다난시 야유 슝네 륜신나버니 페바 다난시 히마철기 지겹륜체 아루나철기 지겹륜체 쩨베 게리 톡브레 치예카 미조 망부지 중수 엔 제고딘베 이네야 타게부시다 중수 셰체 년상学习大南西달래 뉴욕 라 임베이네야 미좀 침부시다레 다난시 지든 소고 참매기 연군난체 달래 댄슈레 송죄레 디게 차수보 차디부시다 중샤 딜라 가샥 섭슈제 창말라 찰레난게 창말라 렉수 슈규에 다이네야 아주 총가 숭지 슈야디 개와 상부시다레 조셔셔 나란스 토네 공주초라 투지 리그 피야디 총가니 뭐 투지 리그 피야디 조디 공주초기 가공시송 락단나야디 자셔셔레 셰지 슈야이 공사초네 뒤딱도 먼저 참닝제 곰고고 여봤다 미상부 체고고 여봤다 뱀이 인베 이내야 지 가와 인베 이내야 야럽 상주에 토네 뒤딱도 먼저 내고고 여봤다 개침부 유거 개침부 인베 송고 여발 때네 먼저 상매 디게 일을 잡에 토네 니레 둔다 다와다 다와 로다 로 공사초게 가공시송 해야 될라 탐저 짱마 샤고야 디 가샤 토네 개침부 통고도 디나로나 셰체 낸된 토네 비규슈야이 다들 공사초 구지 정부내보다 다나시 공사초기 토기 시행공 다달 흥기 두배 민두숙다 슈기 투샤나 아니 인게 돈에 직진 슈쇼체 On behalf of Tibetans inside and outside Tibet, happy 80th birthday to Your Holiness the Great 14th Dalai Lama of Tibet. Thank you for your leadership and for your lifelong commitment to your contribution to human happiness and promotion of universal responsibility to foster religious harmony and to safeguard Tibet's culture and environment. Your Holiness, you have authored over 100 books and traveled to over 60 countries. You have received the Nobel Peace Prize and over 150 international awards for having inspired the world through wisdom and compassion. Nobel laureates call Your Holiness the Super Laureate. But lesser known are your other contributions. Your Holiness, you are a true democrat, deeply loved and respected by your people. You have empowered us with democracy and hope. You are an environmentalist who speaks on global warming, climate change, and Tibet as the third pole, which is a major source of river for Asia. You are an advocate of equality and justice who speaks strongly against the growing gap between the rich and the poor. Your Holiness, you call yourself a simple Buddhist monk. But for people around the world, you are the beacon of hope and light to all the people. For Buddhists, you are the human manifestation of Bodhisattva of compassion. But above all, for Tibetans, you are the life and soul of Tibet. Your Holiness, may you live many more years and continue to shine as the luminous daylight. On behalf of the Tibetan people, Buddhists all over the world, and millions touched by your message of peace, happy birthday, Your Holiness, the great 14th Dalai Lama of Tibet. Thank you.
Thank you, Sejong Lobsang Singla. Today, in this occasion, we have several hundreds of Mongolian brothers and sisters. So from their part, the Mongolian group, Tuva, Kalmukia, and Buryat is going to present a song. Khonsa chogi ku chungar sungsi gadeng na gade tosum genyam shu na be sogri minakane shena singbu shukyu.
Praise to His Holiness Dalai Lama 14th Tenzin Gyatso for his 80 years anniversary on Tuvan and Buryat language. I hope translators can translate Tuvan and Buryat. Arık şınca oruvustu aytıp surgar, Арыглашкын пуян сеткіл чаяп чорур. Сүзіглерге өмержікчі өндір башқы чүділгенің чөленгежі темдек күші. Тензин гиятсо далайлама башқывысты телгередіп байыр меңді сөңнеп тұрбес. Тыва жерге сарық шажын өдін көзеп, тыңгарық баан ачыңарны ұтпас табес. Амылыглар шыптузынға тузағадып, ачы жолдық чуртарыңар юреп тұрбес. Далайлама өндір олық башқывысқа таңды тыва байыр сөңнеп паралғып тұр.
Күндітін мәне далай бақша, ондыр найына ханетні өйғар амыршалынып де. Беді моңғол шут, ойығы ойды, танытта мұрғыжа, аметей бұрхынғыжа толдығып де. Углу бұре нарыне толыне қарыжа, удыр бұре сетхілді үрелті де жітті. Найына хая надығын занда, ерін хая инехін занда. Зуна хая зуғалың ұқтайытны құсынып де. Элу рынқы, отын ағыты, одан жырғылты, мүмкін ұрты епқытны болтығы. Выходим, давай. Быстро.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Да.
Sorry, I thought they were done.
için maltarasın, hurgınan için arxınasın, hurri için altınasın, öskagar, hadri savadok.
coming up from Mongolia. Thank you. That was a beautiful dance from Mongolia, ethnic Mongols, or Buryati, Tuva, and Kalmykia. Thank you very much. Now I invite Speaker of Tibetan Parliament in Exile, Mr. Pemba Tsering to say a few words.
nga khogap khadu ragu na sam go demi yang pene leb nga de ne tham do go resable with due obeisance to His Holiness the Dalai Lama, on behalf of the Tibetan Parliament in Exile, it's an honor for me to say that we have former Speaker Nancy Pelosi, who is an ardent and long-time supporter of Tibet and a very, very good friend of His Holiness. And today we also have senior advisor to President Barack Obama, Ms. Valerie Jarrett. She is so close to President Obama that we can say President Obama's heart and mind is here with us today. And Richard, of course, Richard La, as I call him. Professor Ming Xie from the City University of New York, and an very old friend of us, Mr. Matteo Mecacci, President of International Campaign for Tibet. And all other guests present on the dais, it's my privilege to say a very warm welcome to all of you. I will not take too much time to speak in English. I would only say that despite the tragic times that we went through, it was a huge loss for us that we lost our country. But because of what we lost, the rest of the free world gained His Holiness the Dalai Lama. And since much has been said about His Holiness Dalai Lama, I'm sure he must be quite tired of listening his praises for so many days in the last so many celebrations. Nye tani kogab di simje ani jino konstangu chumcho New York liya an changam ruge puri jidun sobe sumju ubegi ani jidun namaso da dönju tungen shebe toane nga de dönbyo chebri an tarengi tomu chumudliya ani pyeoma jidun hanzo go chab shuni jaria kogab nawandliya ning tawane tushi shueyin 당 나도직 겨우 패버지기 진흥 콘스탄군 춤추 구이 성숨기 제발라 아니 슈 톱답 요마레 아니 슈에게 배준 슈메 진흥 콘스탄군 춤추 제바치네 군협레 참로 챙기 요레 디메 손자 디톨리아 믹세 슈 먹어야 터네 진흥 콘스탄군 춤추리아 닝타번네 단답어도 꿀레 쫀샤바 직된 지당 잠불링 견로 아주 표버솔이야 믹스에 거린 장샤버들이야 닝 타반에 투시 거린 셰신 슈아인 다다린 고급 디주네 다니 파지 아주 별이 좀야 망슈스로 차고 이래 아니 지는 콘스탄구 춤초기 춘데 송주나 요리 다나 신이 다나 쇼게 네 진짜 깔로 리모 방구 슈 패요리 딘디 단다 아주 두주 니나리아 지조 본주 베베 지조 나로리아 본주 숙심부 시부직 로디기어레 베나리 베이나 자난 슝구 시주당 레든 지조 토네 베미리 고 자메 당야기 아니 초지 로디기어레 나한테 전주나리아 나한테 당도랑 랑체 답변은 데베 로주종한 나로리아 베리 망고 시부직 아니 치 계급 카 라운징 디카소리다 노조 계급 카 망고 시부시나리아 내부 제제 슈요레 넘버 3로 다른데 동다 쪽숨 주시 패버디게 참마 장암르게 서구 먼저 망고 슈지네 패데베 손장 예 베구 슈에들이야 진흥 콘스장고 춤부초 집중남배 급 점도 마인백 뒤 준드네 안 단대기 뒤주 딜이야 안주 지조고 유아 주요베 디 내년이 챔베 토네 안 단대 미럽수기 베베 지 자전레 아니 베베 미리기 고 순급 지알이야 랭겐 파르마직 차디요레 아니 장주 두나 숙침부시 난고도 랭겐 숙침부시 캐고 놓으시는 쉬어요 나한수 낭 도스지리 주마이나 실을 가리인 바이네 나주 릭루레 계시 나한수 낭구 도스지리 마주마이나 아니 칠리아 동렌치아디 랑싱 카부차가 유드선바 저외 지조레 지조 나로리아 녀르 체체체소 망부 충소 망부 연구레 녀르 치안조 충을 따야다 충아 매버 소엘리아 난상로기 배준 지역과디 개침부레 성구요 아니 된기 조디다 다른 쇼가 야움지 까나면 신치네 겨울음식 공부당 아니 겨울음식이 람든 디게디 아주 셈 유리아 장제 다른 데 좀비 값 지고리야 즉 투나남 좀 많이 베게 다 산에 수수 파페베 제리야 아니 저음치 공시도 가지고 간데 두고도 되지만 방림 디체 알리 침단에 체니 난고에디 하장 개침도 가지고 단데 샘데 치슈디 넘버스 단데 데 사바 펩딩에기 미럽 gem반조 베베키 톨림바이네레 낭추 톨리네레 간지 톨리아 도나 영어되게 여레 따이네 트란스위기 가수리 다 부유 디게디 내당 가데 차용 삼백 가스나 드조 마음뱅 안주 베베 손자 차기 요베 손자 텐주 디게디리아 야고치는 소용 치야디 단데 미럽기 야고 셰마투이나 아니 가서 강에 침부치 쳐야기 냥가지 요데버리 띵이서 뭐 냥가디 썸을 샤베 토네 단단네 아니 더디 컨데스 난고 요메디 아니 투나 난고에디 개침도 다니 나무츠 데 좀데베 톨이야 배나 별이지륜 초과서로 지면에 다 여름지 두제가린 때는 여름지 가와치뷰나미네 아주 배워디가 좀 두고요래 아니 여름지 집균낭 마투베니마지 샤비나 아주 단대기 누버디는 신지 뿐이 내 두고래 말에 네 공부셔와 대베 롱업주 두주ringal이야 여름지 고래 쉬우시교나 만주 남수 토네 외도 제제다 미망게 원님 제베 고티기 진경 이 다첩시기 레던 치야가 랑가지간라 슈디기요레 임베이네 디 차초부 용당 미용시야디 미망 라리겨 다른 데 동다 주송 주시 좀요레 아니 미망 총도 소베 갑라 아니 망부지 지조 프란리아 대화 마제제 치로 대대가 되는 용되기도 와 디간리아 빼나가도 당란 자들 뒤에서로 짐베이네 집을이야 누구 주버이나 아니지 새로부터 쉬우시 소수 저거 조문수 대화 투가 용백갑이야 다 돌아 이게 숨제 10년 갑게들 조선 당체 제되기도 와 제가 안수다 카토르니 대요르데 이는 지소 찍 나올이야 추주체 치로 되는 마대버 체제 념루치는 누부터면이나 미르르르 아니 레던 루샤버디기 그게 담스라 내가 칭해 내가 체대요래 그냥 벤조 용액이 벤조고 누버뽕 미 용액 미 누버뽕제 나도 도우치 조고고 얼마도 지기 아니 겨울음지 지규나무 값다 라제나무도 패배 값이야 아니 지 시부지 지 인도도도치 파 친사버 제리야 지조 저메버 chen 대대바이나 나도 슈마 땡땡 경구 추부지라 그래 딜이야 투삼세로 나시 슈엔 투잖아
토체나 조스펜바스린초 가신 샤나 덴도르 시베 갑레야 치바 딩웨기 덴도 나라 앙 당부 숨템브레 캐나다 뉴욕 미네소타 시자 숨자로기 샤나 다리 싱비 슈마드 간주 디나네 외쇼 두체니 치바 딩와 미네소타 산에 비르 속베 롭도 소레 코난주 공셰 점비 쉬는 그래
I'll go up when you're ready.
Hello?
잠니 아버지 당사
요!
China, Minnesota, Lubruso, New York, Chongki, Zula, Lubrucheme, Lobe, Gary, Ming Xia, Kitam Shenangyu, Professor Ming-Xia from the City University of New York will give a short remark.
Thank you so much. Happy birthday, Your Holiness. As a Chinese, I want to testify in front of all of you about what His Holiness, the 14th Dalai Lama, means for Chinese. Here I want to quote the Lotus Sutra. If there were countless hundreds of thousands of billions of living beings experiencing suffering and agony, who heard of this regarder of the Christ of the word Bodhisattva, and wholeheartedly called his name, regarder of the crisis of the word Bodhisattva would immediately hear their cries, and all of them would be freed. I was lucky to have escaped an evil state by coming to America, but I did not escape the state of evil. To free myself, I have actively sought guidance from many churches, but I did not find my way. 6 years ago, I was found by the regarder of the Christ of the word Bodhisattva. His Holiness has realized the importance of reaching out to the overseas Chinese communities, not only for the well-being of Tibetans, but also for the well-being and happiness of 1 billion Chinese. Therefore, I could exercise my free will to realize a special flight away from the evil state, but my spiritual evolution was achieved only with the teaching and enlightenment from His Holiness. Just from His Holiness teaching and yesterday and today, and I have learned, in enlightenment, a person meditates upon emptiness. In ignorance, a person believes he or she is a body with a soul. Then, what is the state when someone thinks that he or she is a body without a soul? I can only call it the state of evil. Unfortunately, I had lived in that state for decades. And sadly, until today, hundreds of thousands of Chinese remain in this state. And the Chinese I know, His Holiness, is valuable for my motherland, where too many people are out of their minds due to desire, greed, and impatience. Mindfulness is the best possible teaching the Chinese can get from His Holiness. But as a political scientist, I want to share my observation to cherish His Holiness' leadership. In 1982, the late American political scientist Aaron Wildavsky published his book, Moses as Political Leader, in which he wrote, in terms of versatile leadership, Moses may be compared with no one. Now I can say with certainty that we have seen someone who has accomplished the same, if not a wider range of versatile leadership. The Dalai Lama is the protector for Tibetans in exile, the guardian of Tibetan culture and heritage, an advocate for Tibetan modernization, a teacher and a student of Buddhism, a leader and administrator for the Tibetan government exile, a philosopher, a reformer, a rebel, a diplomat, a moralist, an environmentalist, a feminist, a philanthropist, a humorist, a global political and religious leader. This list can go on. In addition to the versatile leadership, more importantly, His Holiness has provided a different type of leadership. If the signature style of Mosaic leadership or the Judaic Christian leadership is resentment and fury, then the Buddhist leadership, epitomized in His Holiness, features with compassion and equanimity. And the entire world has been troubled by the conflicts along the Himalaya range among all major religions at this moment, and we can celebrate the fact that Dalai Lama's Buddhist leadership offers a solution to the conflicts along the Himalaya fault line. If we have a leader standing tall on the Himalaya, I would like to quote a sentence from the oldest collection of Chinese poems compiled by Confucius, Book of Poetry, 高山仰止，景行行止. In front of a high mountain, look up with respect. In front of a great way, step up with delight. Long live Dalai Lama.
Thank you, Professor Ming Xia. Next, we have a cultural performance from Buddhist community of New York. Dugbe Shana Kajik Jambishukyu. brothers and sisters. Ari Lonye Tapton Bata, Yodo Gyabgyowa Kushab Richard Gere Ke Sungshe Nangyo. Prominent Hollywood actor and longtime friend of Tibetans, Mr. Richard Gere, will speak on the occasion.
Tashi Dale. Tashi Dale, my Tibetan brothers and sisters. And Tashi Dale, my Inji brothers and sisters. Of course, we're here for something very special, which is to wish His Holiness an 80th birthday. But you know, it's very special to be here with all of you. 16,000 people here in New York. But also this incredible Sangha who is up here. And our leaders from Tibet and Rinpoches on the other side of the stage. And Valerie and Nancy and Lapsen Sangye, the Sikyong. This is a really incredible group of people. I've often spoken in front of His Holiness, and when I come out like this, it's wonderful because when I look out in the audience, everyone is smiling, and I know they're not smiling for me. I also never forget, ever, 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 how fortunate I am, and what an honor it is to be with all of you especially, but His Holiness is some extraordinary opportunity for all of us. One, to even hear the Dalai Lama's name, to see his face, to take teachings, Buddhist teachings from His Holiness the Dalai Lama. What an extraordinary opportunity for all of us. And I have to thank him also for his incredible patience for yet again teaching Shunyata. I don't know how many millions of times you've taught emptiness over and over and over again. And I know you're going to do it again for the rest of your life. And I think that's the most generous thing that you do. There's a story that a friend of mine wrote in one of her books, and it's actually a Native American story, but I think it would work just as well if it was a Tibetan story. And the story is of a grandfather, so this Tibetan grandfather talking to his grandson. And he says to him, you know, I have two wolves inside of my heart. One of the wolves is really kind and generous and loving and compassionate. And the other one is selfish and angry and violent and difficult. It says they're fighting all the time inside my heart. And his grandson looks at him and says, Grandpa, which one is going to win? And grandfather looks down and he says, whichever one I feed. I want to thank His Holiness the Dalai Lama for spending a lifetime teaching us how to feed the kind and generous and loving wolf inside our hearts. And how fortunate we are to continually be reminded by His Holiness. No one works harder than the Dalai Lama. I work hard, people here work hard, everyone says no one works harder than the Dalai Lama. Every day teaching, giving himself completely for us. I've actually tried to stay up with His Holiness. I last about 2 or 3 days and then I'm exhausted. I know it happens with the attendants also. They have to run in teams to sleep and then stay up with His Holiness. There's another story that I'd like to say, especially when I've had the incredible opportunity to travel with His Holiness around the world. And I think we've been I've been with His Holiness almost every continent except Africa and Antarctica. Other than that, I think now that I've been everywhere, because we were just in Australia, and there was an incredible teaching there. His Holiness, again, was so loving and kind to everyone. I think you all remember the movie Kundun that Marty Scorsese made. It's a really beautiful movie, kind of a biography of His Holiness's life. And I was there fortunate enough when His Holiness saw the movie the first time in New York. And Marty had a screening of it, and there were maybe 15 of us, 20 of us there who were at the screening, and we're in a really beautiful screening room at Lincoln Center. And His Holiness was sitting in the front row, and we were all kind of looking the movie, but we were really watching His Holiness watch the movie of his life. And when the movie was over, we all kind of looked at him and we asked him to give a comment, and he really didn't want to right then. And we said, okay, let's go, we'll have some tea, we'll have some cookies. And about half an hour later, we were enjoying ourselves, and I said, Your Holiness, please, would you speak to us? And as I don't know if you remember the film, but the last part of the film was His Holiness with his Kampa warriors making it to India. Well, His Holiness said, you know, as in the movie, I remembered very well when I crossed the border from Tibet into India, and my Kampa warriors rode back into Tibet, and I knew I would never see them again. And I watched as they went into the distance, little figures, and they were gone. And I looked back, and there was India in front of me, and there were people I really didn't know, and I felt totally alone, no friends in the world. And now, 50 years later, he has all the friends in the world anyone could ever want. And we all know people who have a moment where they kind of reveal themselves and they become stars for a moment, in a way like movie stars. There's a moment where they become something special. But usually most of us are found out very quickly. His Holiness has been on the world stage for 60 years now, and he'll never be found out. He's the one genuine, extraordinary person that I've ever met in my life. So I just want to finish up here by saying this is His Holiness's 80th birthday, but I want to make a date with everyone that we'll be back here for his 90th birthday, for his 100th birthday, for his 110th birthday, and his 120th birthday right here. Bye-bye. Kashi Dalek. Happy birthday, Your Holiness.
Thank you, Mr. Richard Gere. Next, Himalaya Rikyu Peyu Taru Kuki Shena Singbu Shugyu. Culture performance by people from Taru, Nepal.
फुलको आँखामा फुलै संसार काँडाको आँखामा काँडै संसार फुलको आँखामा फुल संसार काँडाको आँखामा हाडै संसार झुल्किन्छ है छाया वस्तु अनुसार काँडाको आँखामा काँडै संसार फुलको आँखामा फुलै संसार काँडाको आँखामा काँडै संसार चित्त शुद्ध होस् मेरो बोली बुद्ध होस् मेरो पैतालाले हिरै नमरोस् चित्त शुद्ध होस् मेरो बोली बुद्ध होस् मेरो पैतालाले हिरै नमरोस् राम्रो आँखामा खोल्छ राम्रै संसार काँडाको आँखामा काँडै संसार फुलको आँखामा फुलै संसार काँडाको आँखामा काँडै संसार
हिमालकै जलधारा एउटैको छ नाम कति
हिमालकै जलधारा एउटैको छ नाम कति चाखिएर हर भोलि पानी सब एउटै हो छरिएर बसेके हो सन्तान त एउटै हो
Thank you, our brothers and sisters from Nepal. Pande Sekun Choki, Mixe Kondun, Aris Sinsin Chok Lobden Bade Bacham, Valerie Jarrett Motunangyu.
Jo Richard La, Tujiche Shuyatang. Aja Valerie Dang, Aja Nancy Ngutu Shuchoch. I just thank Brother Richard. Now I'm going to introduce Sister Valerie and Sister Nancy. Valerie B. Jarrett is a senior advisor to President Barack Obama. She oversees the offices of public engagement and intergovernmental affairs and chairs the White House Council on Women and Girls. Valerie Jarrett has worked throughout her tenure at the White House to mobilize elected officials, business and community leaders, and diverse groups of advocates behind efforts to strengthen and improve access to the middle class, to boost American businesses and American economy, and to champion equality and opportunity for all Americans, from ongoing campaigns to end sexual assault, raise the minimum wage, advocate workplace policies that empower working families, and promote entrepreneurship and early childhood education. Mrs. Jarrett has helped the President develop a broad coalition of partners to execute a robust agenda. Valerie Jarrett has received her BA from Stanford University in 1978 and a JD from the University of Michigan Law School in 1981. Please give her a big hand. Oh.
His Holiness the Dalai Lama, to the monks and the people of Tibet, to the leaders and dignitaries and incredible performers who are here today, and to all of you gathered in this amazing room, good afternoon. And what an amazing afternoon it is. It is an honor to be among so many friends of His Holiness as we celebrate his extraordinary life of a man that we all admire and respect. I come here today on behalf of President Barack Obama to convey the birthday wishes of the American people to His Holiness the Dalai Lama. There are very few individuals that have a truly global presence, and even fewer who have used that presence to make such a powerful and positive contribution to humanity. Both through his words and, importantly, his deeds, His Holiness the Dalai Lama has become an ambassador for peace, for justice, and for nonviolence. He has inspired us all to speak up for the dignity of every human being. And he has been unwavering in his conviction that there is most certainly more that unifies us than could possibly divide us. In this sense, he is a man for this moment. At a time when voices of intolerance seek to sow division along religious and racial and ethnic lines, the Dalai Lama serves as a powerful counterweight, for he is a uniter. His teachings challenge us to promote religious harmony among all faiths and traditions, and the unwavering persistence of his message of compassion serves as a moral compass for all of us during this extraordinarily challenging time in our world's history. But the Dalai Lama is not a billboard who merely looks good from a distance. I know this from personal experience that I am humbled to say. I had the incredible opportunity of visiting His Holiness in Dharamsala back in 2009. I spent time at his private residence, and I visited the community that has thrived under his spiritual leadership in exile for 56 years. The Dalai Lama and I discussed the importance of a lifelong commitment to giving voice to the voiceless, and by the example he has set, he truly gave me a renewed strength to never lose sight of our collective and our individual responsibility to be unwavering forces for good. I felt the profound connection between he and his many followers. I visited a monastery, I visited a school, I visited an orphanage, all that he had established. I saw the extraordinary efforts that he had undertaken to preserve the Tibetan religious, cultural, and linguistical traditions. And I will never, ever forget the joyful, healthy children who I met who were being raised by loving and nurturing adults in an orphanage that is 54 years old. And in fact, I discovered that many of the adults in the orphanage had been raised in that very same orphanage and were giving back to the children of today. After that amazing trip to Dharamsala, I returned to the United States and I told President Obama that His Holiness had changed my life. And I meant it. Now, I hasten to add that later, His Holiness said to the President that he thought I was exaggerating when I said that. But I was not. He truly changed my life. And each time our paths have crossed, since that very first visit to Dharamsala, the Dalai Lama has touched my heart and has been an ongoing source of deep and true inspiration for me, as I know he is for all of you. On a personal note, I just want to say publicly what I hope you know privately, which is I treasure you and I am humbled, deeply humbled, to be able to call you my friend. And so today, as we join here and so many people around the world in celebration of an extraordinary life of this great leader, a good and a decent man, a compassionate and honest man, a spiritual and intellectual man, a man, I hasten to say, with amazing grace. And so I close the way I began, which is to say to you on behalf of President Barack Obama, I wish you, sir, a continued health and strength and vigor for at least until you reach the age of 120. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Madam Valerie Jarrett. Se genyengi rikshun tabdungi dendu nala Somi Gembe tabdun kina ang tangbunyi Washington DC da New York, New Jersey ki chokba tendi andi nane yang siri di cheni Washington DC ya ang tangbu topson yine New York chusum doga chokba ang tangbu chikba top na indu tari ki tabdun di nali ya tanda di jel singbi shuya yin Kese ngagu ki pyuri jidun chokba doga ruga ne Toshik Jambi Shueyin, a cultural performance by Washington, D.C. Tibetan Association Dance Group.
Oh, bow sitting in the front. Video for the
DC ne yi la da. DC ne yi la.
Namju, Namju.
Tibu ting la bo da. DC ne pas la sala. Yeah, ready?
tanda na tanda gi chamna di DC ne ani rebach phi changlo la take ne sam
Ya reza mazo tambo ngala jidon se deni ngala sumdom se deni ngala shidom se ngame rutsini ma cheda ngaja jamsundani ya shinda kambe dodo labi kamto lich nyamjung Ngaji rela doji re ngada rela doda re shi pinsu zubi repa yamo shi tawsho amore reza macho
토지치, thank you. 반대 시군 초네 참 낸시 펠로시 모두 난규.
아자 낸시기 로주닝도 슈쇼치. Nancy Pelosi is the Democratic leader of the House of Representatives in the 114th Congress. From 2007 to 2011, she served as the first woman Speaker of the House. And she has led House Democrats for more than a decade. Pelosi has represented San Francisco, California's 12th district for 28 years. In 2013, she was inducted into the National Women's Hall of Fame. Pelosi brings to her leadership position a distinguished record of legislative accomplishment. She led the Congress in passing the historic health insurance reform, key investments in college aid, clean energy and innovation, and initiatives to help small businesses and veterans. She has been a powerful voice for civil rights and human rights around the world for decades, obviously including the issue of Tibet. Leader Pelosi comes from strong family tradition of public service in Baltimore. Married to Paul Pelosi, she is a mother of 5 and grandmother of 9, and a true friend of Tibet. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. When I was told about today's festivities, I was told that there would be speeches from visitors, and in between there would be cultural performances. As I sit here now, I think we've come for an afternoon of cultural performances with a few speeches in between. Aren't we inspired by the cultural performances that we have seen today? How wonderful. Your Holiness, it is with profound gratitude and humility that I am deeply honored for the privilege to join you for this blessed celebration of your 80th birthday. And to do it in the company of Rigden Dolma, Singyang Dr. Lomsang Thangje, Speaker Searling, Richard Gere. Oh my goodness, Richard Gere. Thank you for your persistent advocacy, leadership, and long-term dedication to His Holiness and the people of Tibet. And to join Valerie Jarrett, who early in President Obama's administration, right at the start, met with His Holiness in India, as she mentioned, on behalf of the President, and thank you for bringing his greetings today. It's an honor to be with the monks who are here. And I want to go from Valerie's comments to say that it was President Obama who earlier this year, at the National Prayer Breakfast in February, he said this. He said that His Holiness the Dalai Lama is a powerful example of what it means to practice compassion, who inspires us to speak up for the freedom and dignity of all human beings. President Barack Obama earlier this year. I have some wishes on His Holiness's birthday, and I wish that you all could have seen the response that that statement made at that breakfast in appreciation. Richard, you were there. You saw the response. people watching on TV saw it. I wish you all could have. For many presidents, His Holiness has been an enduring example of how world leaders must practice compassion and defend the dignity of the downtrodden. Again, another president, President Bush. I was blessed to be Speaker of the House when the Congress of the United States presented His Holiness with a Congressional Gold Medal. In 2007, Richard, you were there. I wish you could have seen at that ceremony, President Bush called His Holiness, quote, a universal symbol of peace and tolerance, a shepherd for the faithful, and the keeper of the flame of His people. But His Holiness, I come as a civic leader, I come also to brag about the connection His Holiness has had with our country and with presidents of the United States. Many presidents have honored this keeper of the flame over the years. The first one was Franklin Roosevelt. As a young child, the Dalai Lama received a gold watch from President Franklin Roosevelt, showing the phases of the moon and the days of the week. The watch is a simple symbol of the lasting friendship between His Holiness and the United States. His Holiness still uses the watch, and his teachings about the connection between science and religion remain an important and relevant part of his message. The Holiness says I'm always talking about the watch. Do you have it today, Your Holiness? Next time, 90th birthday. The connection has always been present in his messages to Congress, where he has had a strong relationship. So I am proud to bring heartiest birthday greetings from His Holiness's many, many friends in Congress, and they are truly friends on both sides of the aisle and both sides of the Capitol, in the House and in the Senate. On a recent occasion, I saw him there with Senator Dianne Feinstein, a friend of His Holiness and of Tibet, and John McCain on the same program. In our House this week, I joined with Republican Chairman Chris Smith, your friend, celebrating the occasion of His Holiness's 80th birthday, when we unanimously, His Holiness brings people together, yes, as was mentioned, but he also brings Democrats and Republicans together because the vote to celebrate his 80th birthday, Valerie, was unanimous. was unanimous. His Holiness's relationship with Congress goes back many years. It was mentioned that I've been in Congress 28 years. That would be in June. In September 28 years ago, it was an honor for me to join my colleagues in welcoming His Holiness as he proposed the historic 5-point peace plan for resolving the future status of Tibet. And he made that presentation to the United States Congress. I wish you could have been there to see that presentation 28 years ago. It did change our lives. In his 5 points, His Holiness was already emphasizing our responsibility to the environment. As it's stated in one of his points, serious efforts must be made to restore the natural environment in Tibet. Tibetans have a great respect for all forms of life. The inherent feeling is enhanced by the Buddhist faith, which prohibits the harming of all sentient beings, whether human or animal. That is in the 5 points. It's important to know that when His Holiness received the Nobel Peace Prize, when he received that just a couple years after his visit to us, he was the first Nobel laureate to be recognized for his concern about the global environment challenge. the first Nobel laureate. A few years later, I wish you could have been there when our delegation to Rio, the Earth Summit in Rio in 1992, to see when His Holiness was so gloriously received at that Rio Summit, having again recently received the Nobel Prize. It was for the environment, but it was also for consistently advocating nonviolence despite extreme aggression in Tibet. Many of us were privileged to be together 10 years ago. You were there, Richard, for his 70th birthday in Washington, D.C. I had the privilege to introduce him with thousands of people. A crowd like this was there. Seems like yesterday, Your Holiness. When we awarded the Congressional Gold Medal in the Congress, that takes place inside the Congress, but so many people wanted to be there that we had to have an outside program as well. Thousands of people traveled from many distances to be there, to be in the presence of His Holiness. Massive crowds, I wish you could have seen them, turned out to visit him. When we went on a congressional codel to Dar es Salaam, our delegation was so moved to see His Holiness in his setting. And yes, Valerie, it was so incredible to see the faces of the little children being raised in the Tibetan culture, which many children in Tibet would be deprived of that opportunity. It was also moving to see the anguished faces of people newly coming into Dharamsala over the mountains just to report to His Holiness about the conditions in Tibet. I just associate myself with the characterization Valerie gave because she described it so well. I wish that you could all see how embraced His Holiness. We know how respected he is in the world. It's such a joy to see him in Dar es Salaam. Of course, we want to see him in Tibet. Of course, as we see him today, we know that people all over the world would do anything to seek an audience with His Holiness. Tibetans have walked and hiked for months across the freezing Himalayan mountain passes. It is the most perilous escape route on earth. A month of walking over the mountains in the freezing cold. They all do this to be in the presence of the Dalai Lama. How blessed we are today to be here for an audience with His Holiness on his birthday celebration. For almost 8 decades, because he started as a child practically, the visionary leadership of the Dalai Lama has been critical to amplifying the voices of Tibetans in Tibet and beyond. His clarion call for freedom in Tibet is a challenge to all who believe in justice, in dignity, and in the power of the human spirit. Indeed, the situation in Tibet remains a challenge to the conscience of the world. Under the Chinese government continuing occupation of his homeland, Tibetans are losing their culture and their future of human rights situation is deteriorating. If freedom-loving people do not speak out against oppression in Tibet because of China's economic strength, then we have lost all moral authority to speak out on human rights anywhere in the world. When I say that to His Holiness, he said he prays that he can rid me of my negative attitudes, but anyway. As a young person in 1960, he's always young, His Holiness wrote a beautiful prayer entitled The Words of Truth, which proclaims, "May all fears from unbearable war, famine, and disease be pacified, to freely breathe an ocean of happiness and well-being." His Holiness's vision of happiness and well-being, so similar to our founder's promise of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. ensure that people of every faith and every nation have a role to play in improving the lives of others. His Holiness has truly lived this truth. In reading about His Holiness and the situation in Tibet, I came across a Sanskrit word, and satyagraha, and I learned that word in Sanskrit means nonviolence, and it also means insistence on the truth. Nonviolence, insistence on the truth. Isn't this exactly what His Holiness is about? Isn't it what we should all be about? And yes, under His leadership, we must, in a nonviolent way, non-negative way, insist upon the truth of what is right for the world and what is right for Tibet. By speaking out against injustice, we insist upon the truth by following the dedication of His life to the well-being of others, insisting on the dignity of every human being. His Holiness has indeed changed the lives of some of us. He has changed many lives. He has changed the world. He has changed history, and He is changing the future. Richard Gere and I recently wrote a Wall Street Journal op-ed in praise of His Holiness. We agreed that, in quotes, there's no better way to honor the Dalai Lama on his 80th birthday than by standing with him and the Tibetan people, vowing to keep their cause alive. Let us celebrate His Holiness with our actions. Let us honor His cause with our commitment to justice. Let us continue to work to fulfill the wishes of so many who seek peace. Happy birthday again, Your Holiness. May you continue to change the world with your loving message of global peace through compassion. Richard has said, I am looking forward to your 90th birthday. This doesn't sound like much after what Richard and Valerie said, but as we say in Italian, cent'anni. May you live 100 years, 110, 120. You'll always live in our hearts. Thank you, Your Holiness. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, House Democratic Leader, Honorable Nancy Pelosi. Now our next presentation is a dance by New York and New Jersey, Chusum Dögar Tsogba. New York da New Jersey, Chusum Dögar Tsogba, Shena Chusum Chende Shingam, Simbi Shuyin.
Just one. 1, 2, 3. Wieder.
记住，我出土内容，对些让我陪我用。
哎呀呀呀呀，多看看多少年用啊？一卡卡不见的用啊？一呀。这是龙吗？这里是个旅程，下里几个平台，将会去查买，旅马一死去了，路大所以对路的。
China, New York, New Jersey, Chusum, Shena Chokba. This is the end of our cultural program, but we do have presentation of souvenir to His Holiness the Dalai Lama by North American Tibetan Member of Parliament, Mr. Tashin Namgyala and Nobu Siringla. But before that, Chamrige Jitu Tashin Namgyala ki Mangzo ne Khonsa Chola Kadin Jitin Shuwe Simgi Beta Shebe Tenden Tudip Motor Nangyo.
First of all, I would apologize to His Holiness that for this extended program, and will try to make it very short. As a Tibetan American and as a member of the Tibetan Parliament in exile, I would like to thank Valerie, Nancy, Richard, and others for joining us here today to celebrate the 80th birthday of His Holiness the Dalai Lama. Your Holiness, your far-sighted vision has led to the Tibetan community in diaspora, including those of us in North America, being able to preserve and promote our rich heritage, as well as coming of a new generation of Tibetans that has the best of modern and traditional Tibetan education. Today, the Tibetan culture in its truest form survives in the Tibetan diaspora in community. Your Holiness' concern go beyond the Tibetan community. Today, the entire world recognizes your relentless efforts at promoting fundamental human values and for religious harmony. Your moral leadership continues to provide counsel to ordinary citizens as well as political and fellow religious leaders. While there's no way we can effectively repay your kindness, we have compiled the heartfelt inner voice of some of the Tibetans in North America that reflects our reverence to you and express our gratitude for all that you continue to do for the welfare of the Tibetan people. Thank you very much. May you live long, Your Holiness.
Thank you, Tashin Namgyala. New York mayor couldn't make it to the gathering because of schedule conflict, but we have New York City Commissioner Ms. Penny Abe Warden among us. Please welcome her. Thank you. Dit samde jino khos kyam gun chimbo chol ya mangzol langdo ge kalap sungshe ji kadin chinan zebe kem chu sheyin.
Shush. Oh, yeah. 다 저리대. 애네다 저中国현재 부모 상관없이 쉬어야리야. 다 저리대 당하라. 애니 별 창시하기. 애니 꿈봄 더 예외 총세 춘중질이야. 다 기회 보고 명리야. 한번 들고 생기지. 다 보고지. 다 몇 천이 미지도 신체다 로 제줄래야 돼. 자, 미지디 치대 줄로도 저 가라 강성 저 나랑원에 이네 저 산지 좀 된데 여기 아니 송 뭐네베 리뷰 줍지던 데데 아니 줍든지 샘드서 쳐야지 다 된듯이 아니 취유디 다 타성 범수 쳐야지 그것이 좀 데드 쳐지 지다 아파지로 조금 줍시도 안에 제 아니 지금 밀려 천지차로 최셔하는 지기 아니 것도 소리 진짜 뒤다다 봐도 나랑기 엔다 탑도 싫어가 나오나 때네 지금 심균도 쳐야기 냠는데 제가 제 신배 판에 엔다 소수 지금 천부지기다 타성 공수 최셔에 상무동적으로 뒤타네 아니 미신다리야 지금 판도 쳤다지 엔다 판도 쳤다는데 지금 나는 낭배 쉬고 타네 야다 상무 채우지리 낭배 떠주고 타네 상무 채우지리 일단 저분이 뒤가라 아니 대원 되지 동행 면도봐 랑도 곡군의 충배 다미 통주 먹지 게다가 디기 다 찔러 파바지 다 상무스탄 거들 산예배 쉬어가 나네 미찔이야 판도 쳐야 산예배 쉬어디 미 상무 야야도 뭐 인도산에 또 미찔이야 판도 여덟시 연구하래 자 진짜 타네 다 그저 토도 지금 밀이야 직다 그게 샴디 줘야지 샴디 주스람니 자 전다 생각해 말해 다 샘기부 중하다 미지 기부 중하지 디두스야도 조조 샘거 소화래 자 샘거 소화 인도선은 다 디타네 직도 스타 판도로 제퇴하러 가려나 다 도선에 냠뇨로 싸네 다 연두산에 다 최대 유명한 말들에 미지 지금 다 상부동다 지금 디기용하리야 다 미 참지해야 돼. 다 지금 못 차대게 그래. 개실 차대야 돼. 다 들을 때 장서 메모구치 아니네 다 로티주 거래다 개가 그 뒤진 인생다 내용도 지금 제거 넘버로 셰셰 지금 셈리야 또스 지금 남자예요 서로 양지기 배 이모마 교를 서로 양 신앙치야 서로 근데 다 요마래 상원로 상는 날 셔지 대단 가서 미 현지를 자와사고 현지를 요등에 디 당연히 지기질이야 제 아니 초월이 미래에 소소의 초월의 양제 용도는 가서로 기울수도 와 그래야 찬스이네 내 돈을 야대세 심나는 가버리시 내 지난주 돈을 맞대세 애들 심는 가버리나지 도와 자산가 최연애리 매내리 간다 싸워서야 돼 간다 미성도 마세베 튼주를 이네 판도 여드시래라 사과도 가서 밀이야 지금 심는 저도 루구주기 더 남도 멍구시네 딘데그 돈에 사바투 돼야지 용구여봐 이르사네 다대 맨디 참지 싸만 남다 참지 중나 아니 뭐냐 자네기 미심 추대고 다 실리샤도야 땐데 판도도 와 그래서 들이뒤에 배순지를 참지 써야 되기 지기 근데 지기다 지금 소화를 실리기도 와 자, 들이 인도 다 다게 받아 가도 현태하지 자, 들이 인도 들이 안다 투주대 장성으로 가시 쪼시 근데 지기 타네 다대 용벌이 근데 용네 다 가서도 들이 니们니스티 배지지기 생각하면서 인구 떨어져 야오지라 아이나 그래도 이네 떨어져 말하네 간다 sem기 아니 디지요야기 배다 서비스 삼루 서비스 그 초대리 가다 기부도 와 드리인데 다디 아주 가르럽실래 거였나 나랭은에 롯데주침배 미겐지기 미진나라 참지세야디 팬도 78지기 중대에 엔치란즈에 미겐 롯데주렘배 냠뇽디 치란즈 럽치 아니 가서 도둑이 잠수대버지 저렇지 아니 아주 대여대배 안데 아주 표정 털어야 지금 뭐냐 자네 샤사 승부 탱원직도 뒤직 뭐 임바 런을 롯드니 다 승부 잡죠 교매 버치니 다 난게 지난주 때 뭐서 지난주다 가셔도 퇴하래 아니 지난주 유인이 아주 벽이 댄등 털어야 뭐지 벌써물 샤세 승부랑 즉 잡죠 난가 상월 말이야 투시스 쇼이 엔 더도 있나요? 간다 별 강생기 종기 아니 최슬럽데 산제베 다 날린데 캐바즈 땅을 법셔베 다최 뭐냐 자네가 다 가서니 러비아들이 가서 들러대야지 간다지 떠르고 남샤생이디 쉬우지 링구시라도 가 제가도 배배 뒤 닫아이네 다오점이야리 근데 인도산에 간다 표현인데 미 삼로 띵서부다니 애네 죽대베 지금 떠르 띵서디 맞아 배배 다오점 돼야리 된 정부니 지노르스 러토 그래 다 장서 표정을 잡자셔야지 디 지금 냠바메가 봐 승퇴하지 다 잡자시거래 다가는 신기 배배 릭숑스라바이나 배배 쿰시스라바이나 처음에 릭숑리 처음에 봤어야지 자와자와데 잠지 릭숑 차대야래 잠지 릭숑 인도산에 처음에 렁싱이고요 처음에는 시디 영향 버려 자 뒤에 인도산에 벽이 다 날린 전에 막 뒤대베 릭숑 로똥라 하거든요 아주 따고 때문에 여자들이 전부 찔러 판도 형태하지 하고도야 야나 로주부터 안에 낭배를 거래 다 야나 매마 다 통주 먹고 쉬어야 다 뒤들이야 딴데 판도 형태하지 딴데 자 뒤에 이제 저렇게 해서 열이 나는 이네 도나증에 지만 누구 돌아 어디 가서 잡견나는 주인에 간다 벽에 내줄 때 비밀사야 주 대고고식 충중식 전다 뭐인 거 지금 타가를 에셔야 하는 거 뒤에 전부는 찔이야 천배 판도 용토야지 딴데 열이 자 뒤에 인도 지금 전물니 디강게 미 동주 든주스지게 차와다 남자다 지나 지기다 된데게 타네 지게 배 심리야 지 마대 용대야 심리 뭐지부 용대봐 어다 드즈 패시 드즈 멍구지 첩제세 현안조 표정을 타려야讲究的顶用能力做啊，推些是人民的，还是人头的。俺别个苦有高的是开心不的，但真的是啥？俺经常就对我是不是当那些，俺没搞不起来啊，俺那生活不就是忙个事的个，俺经常就对了可是当呢，俺结婚时什么地方都。对了，是不是当对？俺也顶个也拖着，看见没得？先说，我们实际上大人可都累，实际上大人但要我认识，俺结婚时拖着，要么是马着，要么是写的个，俺这一年大概嘞，是吧？哎，没事，到时来不到时有呢，没到了当没可了，说要包的下去，哎，那根部的普及的时候下去，可能是呢根部的把夏天年要。对了，说谈过呢，结论是不是不是蛮个人什么些，说高速这边的，这些相对的就多这个，说他们家啥样的，两人这个样的，那都是新鲜的，说基本，没来盘，让先团的入住去，强制性的基本就是对吧？那都是这，哎，南西布鲁斯的，那罗斯威尔在出去的过了，像送啊，我的前两日给这录取这个了给，俺从讲的呀，就是都叫做习主，而且习主呢，这就很多人，往前以后，别他出要嘛的，这就很多的，哎呢，找所以啥的，些，哎呢，不是罗斯威，但年代讲的，而且甚至这个，确实些，哎呢，确实些，哎呢，每个学习不这个，俺们出身的龙珠，那真的是要的。俺这里研究生的，很多强了吧？根据各方面，还是记录记录，估计招生就是多，英文要老中当们那边这个没几个人，可能是亲戚的工两个几个要的，可能的，俺们这个，这里的故事。学过了，到看什么个第一那个对，那也几乎俺那边呢，呀，对吧？这老些说了，真的几乎绕起过来，这几乎我心里，几乎给，俺们这个不是这个出租是多少？俺出租搞不要嘞，出租干了，加上呢，出租的俺技术了应该的，这个没够钱，这个生意呢现在钱的。哎，出去都是定样技术了，都是的，出去的给老板来的。我那是第年到了罗斯威给米可能古巴些，得生意些，人确实是多，确实的呢，我不出去些，出去的嘛都，我出去的，跟怎么这样，出去怎么这呢？추가는 샤베는 거네 뭐 저 샤베 지금 저도 맞출 때문에 그게 에 추가는 좀 잘 판다 가게 매도 아니 이게 되니 뭐는 캐시 못 살아 봐 이거 전 통용만 나 이게 되 무시지 너네 안다 오바마 투두잖아 오바마 이게 되 무시시 나왔어 다 로페지 뭐주 조주 침배 제일 아니 이게 신내 통보다 이거 무시지 보고 싶지 추수대 가고 싶지 이걸 더 나게 해봤다. 자, 도스침을. 제가 왔는데 야디 추수대 루지스가 루지도. 이 추수대 벌거 양코 내도 아직 추제를 내가 집에 그돌이야. 자 감는 지 치리야. 추수대 안 발이 여버체. 도스 내고로 찬체. 근데 자 감는 숙소부 여인데 추수가 나한테 만족해 샷이. 이 자갈당. 자갈당이 내디 렌중 제세 라말이야 구체 야갈려 소주자 구 엔 승주 람베 제리야 나다 야갈은 주주자네 추주디 말이 뭐좀 어주올라야 내 추주디 야갈 키용제 야갈의 치시 내공기 내집어 스위스 제네바를 중섭했던 게 지겨래. 뭐 공리야 추주도 소주 겨울지 생에 대비. 뭐좀 뭐줄. 다디네 뭐좀 뭐든 맞게 애니 뭐고 다 승루라네. 소 영백커돌이야. 남에게 디한테 테스트본에 리나 마용체 시르구릴이야. 릴 추주신이 가지 다 가대하고도 대대제 대 가도록 휘네 퓨리 먹고 싶을래듯이야. 안 가서 퓨리서면 첨주시. 되게 내주 계산라마 도가해줘. 너 추주도 난 해줘. 겨가 흉서 지네버를 여대봐. 지네버를 대 과이나데 살아 수시다 도와서 여대봐데. 애들 추주 수주시 나셔봐. 디 추주 디 인사. 이 추주 거임이 또 싶으시래. 내 추주간에 미모도 권에 차다 추주 키셔서 러비러비라. 추주 거임 나를 자고를 셔셔. 승주 라베 그도데 별 마대체 수수는 가 소지자 파치. 나데 승주 라니 다 시베 나라 진짜 시베 뭐좀 거 진짜 시베 나라 자가를 저래 그돌이야. 근데 추수도 막 구우셔 대세. 아 추수도 주물로 들으죠. 제니 다 남진네 들어야한다 키드메 들키야메 제 가다가 그게 나는 남주 다 간주셨듯이 뒤치데 조스 뒤 투디 난데 루시게 점점 수단 수고 다스야 데미지 야도 소샤시게 이제 나서 브로스를 들라고인다 키랑게 냐마지 통사를 키랑게 돈하를 제가 인사 저서 팀이 그러지 돈하를 시제 나 계시지 태문식 집에 그런 거 주지 키시미 그거 주지 때 나서 브로스게 통요래 선택이 들어서 다가래 에세 개면도야 자 상상으로 거진체 투지체 엔더리디 샤나타게 지난주에 딱 개로 사체체 샤나직디디 배 정다 제시 제열이 다 들이 거진도 주버리 다 동원이 끼우잖냐도 엔더리디 투지
Karin Lameduce. Tarin jino konskam go chimbucho zerim di tolia shuyu ringbu shibuji cha sun konga me ba shugi ene mangzo ju tuzu ringbu shibuji gyaw ringbu gi xianje top na ba di one robu shira chuna ngire toji che cha ari jino konskam go chimbucho la gadin jidin gi tenshu kuti chojung gi ziba tenzin nobla ne chungsu desum gi zita nyende shugyu. Presentation of account statement by the Tenshuk Organizing Committee's accountant, Mr. Tenzin Norbu.
시제 비미 용기우디 잠링 시대 데뷔천 보치노 콘사경 보초라 가신 고행한 고트 쇼와탄 찹제 콘서쇼 고당 게주 탐바 베베 큐퉁가라 삼디기 터스레슈기 고급 데소네 땡기 텐슈 기 제골라 디 페베 군저 넘버 2당 비미 넘버 2 진다 넘버 2라 터스레슈기 고급디 규테 텐슈기 시타디 인지기 톡라 리포트 창매 캔도기 쳐도 만주슈기 I'll try to be as brief as possible with the finances. All the financial records are in compliance with United States generally accepted accounting principles. Our gross receipts are as follows. As of today, with full sold-out auditorium, we have ticket sales of $1,363,500. Thank you all. We have more than 14,000 registered attendees from all over the world, comprising of roughly 12,500 attendees from United States, 1,000 plus attendees from Canada, and over 100 attendees from Europe and Asia. In addition to this, we have hundreds of volunteers, sanghas, and special guests. With our ever-supporting sponsors, we've raised a little over $95,000. Initially, to kickstart the preparation of Tensuk, all North American Tibetan associations jointly raised $37,000 as seed money to keep the ball rolling. Donation collections and raffle ticket sales sums up to $141,500, and miscellaneous income to the tune of $10,000. This brings us to a gross receipt of $1,647,656.53. Our expenditures are as follows. Our rental fee for the venue and service is close to $780,000. Our online ticket processing fee costs us roughly $67,000. The security arrangement cost us almost $65,000. Our miscellaneous income came to $307,500. We have allocated a sum of $15,000 to get an independent review of financials to add more credibility. This brings our total expenditure to $1,386,350.08. Considering all our receipts and expenditure, I'm glad to let you know that we have a surplus of $256,000. And to continue celebrating His Holiness' 80th birthday and to contribute in our own little way to help His Holiness' vision, 100% of the surplus will be distributed proportionally amongst community-related charities locally and internationally. Thank you all once again for making Tensuk a huge success. And as His Holiness always says, please be kind and compassionate to each other. Thank you.
Thank you, Tenzin Nobla. Next, we have Chidutash Namgyala, who will make a brief statement about the account.
As you can note from the financial statement, due to tremendous public support, we have a surplus income, and the organizing committee has made an auspicious offering of $155,555.55 to His Holiness out of this. His Holiness, however, did not accept the money and instead expressed his desire that we allocate this money to finance scholarships for graduate students and for the summer camp for Tibetan youths in North America. It has been long established principle of His Holiness not to accept any honorarium for the event in which he participates. The remainder leftover fund will be allocated to project that helps the indigenous people in Australia, the poor and needy in the New York City area, and the Tibetan Language and Culture School of the Tibetan Associations of North America. Also, as a trustee of the Dalai Lama Trust, I wanted to let you know, all you know, that none of the trust money goes to His Holiness. Instead, the Dalai Lama Trust spends the fund to assist social, cultural, and educational projects in different parts of the world. Kadin jene tenshu phuba kabliya ani buwe khol komo bom chida ngati ngatong ngapja ngata pe ngapchunga yore di changurung buche ma ngansul sore na che di ani tale lame ge thepse ngone torin lobyon ta na shin chi chari na shin chul ya yasin gi sabjong te che mangule ya tusna chi ka che peson ta na shin chi ge dande chitang ngun nin sang shu na shin ngula chi yob khong ne ani Australia ya dome miri ta ani New York kul ya nyamtha ta nyamtha ge dece che ta na shin chi ge chari phimi ge ani sanju labde ge dondon che ya mixe tu stang 제 땅야기 또 감미 총송 아니 달래라메 게제기 지 gen진 햄소기 초미기 차네 세시 슈줄이야 건설 장군 전부 초네 송주당 망초 갈로 난갑이야 가두인네 다 인치겔 슈비나 호너리엄 텐데 슈야 가게 셰난게 요 말에 아니 가린다 진부와 부와 있네 디제 창말로 지소 내제게 랭글 다멘 톨이야 소레난체 두스요레스 제테 년주 슈야치 두체나
Last but not the least, a thank you note and concluding remark by representative of Tenshu Organizing Committee, Mr. Namgye Dojila. Kadin Jedin Tenshu Kuti Tsojung Ki Tuzap Namgye Dojila Ne Tuji Chishu Sungshe Nangyu.
Laje Sishi Sugen. Zamli Shide Debe, Pebe Yongi Gungap, Lanameba, Chino Gonza Jamgation Bocho, Talam Changa Riku, Pemi Jidingi, Chidar Sawatapshi, Kadin Jedingi, Tenshugi, Soshendo, Shapsong Ngobar, Konan Zebra, Daja Namgi, Ningun Rube Dine, Kadin Che, Lamedu Shiguin. Dedan Chapchik, Ari Sishundan, Trezogi Uti. Pemi Jigsugi, Sijon Lopsan Senge Chodan, Pandan Pemi Ma Chidi, Sozo, Pemba Siring, Namni, Xianyang Kundan Namba, Kadi Jedingi, Tenshugi, Kundan do Pebal, La, Changari, Pemi Chidingi, Sapshude, Tujishe Shiguin. Tadin Jino was a Jamgan Jumbo Chogi, Tabar, Petin Sigda, Miriki, Dedin Chet, Kunge, Hurshet, Nawa, Larian. Kadinche Shigudan, Daja Pevan Namgi, Gwenja Punyeto, Kuze Yurin Tembatan, Tugish, Shenden Hungi Dube, Mende, Sende Shiguin, Kadinche. On behalf of Gratitude Tenshu Core Committee members, I bow my head in gratitude to Your Holiness for giving 2 days of profound teaching and inspirational speech. At the same time, on behalf of all the Tibetans inside and outside Tibet, we thank you, for Your Holiness, for your guidance and your leadership for the last 80 years. Your Holiness has been a source of inspiration to millions of people throughout the world. I would like to thank House Democrat leader Nancy Pelosi, Senior Advisor to President Obama, Valerie Jarrett, longtime Tibet supporter Richard Gere, Honorable Sikyong, Dr. Lobsang Senge, Speaker Mr. Pemba Tsring, Professor Ming Shai, for your kind remarks. All of you have rightfully stressed that His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama is truly a gift to the world. I would also like to thank New York City Commissioner Abhay Vandana for taking part in this program on behalf of the Mayor of City of New York. Taking this opportunity, I would like to thank cultural performers from all the Tibetan associations, Buddhist community, Mongolian community, and the Himalayan Buddhist community for your time to share with us. I would also like to thank all the students and adults for sharing with us your feeling on His Holiness the Dalai Lama, which we compiled into a book. Finally, the organizing committee would like to special thanks to Namgyal Monastery, Nechung Monastery, ABC Home and Carpet, and to all the friends and benefactors and the public who are directly or indirectly involved in making this historic Gratitude Tenshu a very successful one. In gratitude, we thank you all.
This finally brings to an end to the grand celebration of His Holiness' 80th birthday. Tarigi zegudi jugdum daga shugi ani jino khoskyamgo chimbucho dingjane 지금만한 봐도 망조 마슈된 자제 주르나 토차나 상물로. Thank you everybody.